Welcome, everyone. You're listening to the Deathmatch Wrestling Chatter Podcast, episode 14, with interview special guest from XPW, referee Patrick Hernandez. Let's talk baseball, let's talk deathmatch, let's fucking go. All right, everybody, what's up? We're back to the show, the Deathmatch Wrestling Chatter Podcast, and we have a special guest on the line from, I believe, the Corona area, Riverside, and he's XPW referee senior, Patrick Hernandez, and let's talk the shit and say what's up.
Hey, Solomon, what's up? How's it going?
Yes, how's your day going?
You know what? It is really hot.
Yeah.
Last night, but it was outdoors, and I was out in Paris, and it was like over 100,
mm-hmm.
and it was crazy, and, you know, I have this nice suntan and just recovering now.
All right, cool. When I get wrestlers or referees, my first question is, what was your introduction to wrestling?
It started with my grandfather. When I was a little boy,
mm-hmm.
I would go visit him, and, you know, again, being a little boy, my grandfather would watch All-Star Wrestling, and I would sit down and watch it with him, and I was just fascinated. The giants that these guys on TV, like the Samoans and Jimmy Snuka, you know, I was fascinated by them and athletic ability, but mostly they're beating each other up.
Right.
And that hooked me in. And every time I'd go see my grandparents, I'm watching All-Star Wrestling with them. And but my grandfather, he really, really loved it. Mm-hmm. He also watched the roller derby. He got me started on that.
Wow.
He had wrestling magazines, a lot of them from Mexico.
Hardcore.
And a lot of them were kind of graphic. But yeah, I started. I mean, I was intimidated, but yet I was still fascinated by it.
Oh, wow.
And I just started watching it every Saturday morning. And it was way before Hulkamania and all that. I mean, I was watching wrestling during the time where Snuka was the top babyface of the company.
70?
And he was feuding with Don Morocco, Lou Albano. I mean, again, way before Hulk Hogan came into the WWF.
Right.
But yeah, that's how long I've been watching it, and I just kept watching it and grew up as a fan, watching all the big pay-per-views. Mm-hmm. And yeah, you know, that's pretty much how it started for me. It just started out as a wrestling fan first.
What age was this when you first was watching it?
Oh, geez. I want to say like maybe 12 years old.
Okay.
11 years old.
All right, because I've heard stories where wrestlers and referees are like, when I was 5.
Oh, maybe. I mean, I don't know. But for me, it was like around 11 or 12.
That's a good age.
Yeah. I mean, that's where, I guess, you know, seeing something like this, of these guys beating the hell out of each other, you know, that was just like an instant draw at that age for me. And I was hooked. I just kept watching. I couldn't wait for Saturdays because I knew I was going to watch roller derby, and right after roller derby, they would have All-Star Wrestling, and it was a full Saturday weekend for me of television and because of that.
This was in California?
Yes.
Cool. So you had very cool grandparents.
Oh yeah. My grandfather, even to this day,
yeah,
when I step into the ring,
oh wow,
I always think about him.
Yeah, he started
because he started this for me.
That's right.
And I'll never forget when I started traveling to do the WWF, the dojo shows. My grandfather, I called him the night before I was going to go out to Boston.
Oh, wow.
And he was very happy for me.
Great.
Obviously, he was a lot older.
Yeah.
And after all that, he pretty much passed away.
Yes, fortunately.
Yeah, but he was real proud, and he was just real happy for me because he was such a big wrestling fan. And here I am, I'm traveling and refereeing in other states. So he was really happy for me.
Yeah, you got yourself.
I always carry his memories. With me in the ring.
Great. And I've heard I seen you backstage and stuff, and in your interviews, you also like baseball, right? Like you're gonna be a baseball player or something?
Oh yeah, man. I mean, that's every kid's dream.
Right? True.
That's every kid's dream. Before thinking of being a pro wrestler, let's just say.
True.
But I was always playing baseball since Little League, high school, college, semi-pro.
In your front yard?
Yeah. I was pretty much loved so much, loved baseball, the sport. And then on top of all that, I had wrestling. And at that time, it was very different time. It was where, when I was going to school playing Little League or it wasn't cool to talk about pro wrestling. The kids would look at you like if you were weird or something. It was very much still kind of underground. So when I would go to school or go work out for baseball with my teammates, everybody else was all talking about other things, but never pro wrestling. And I was always, I would find at least one kid that would watch it, and then that was it. But other than that, you would never, ever mention it. It wasn't cool back then.
Right. It's always like that one friend, oh, thank God I have you.
Yes. Yeah, because we could always get together and, hey, did you watch, when
Monday.
Bob Backlund was wrestling the Superstar, or, it was only, it was just us two.
You're right.
And you didn't want to talk too much because people looked at you weird and funny. And looking at you,
dude,
like an odd person,
Bro,
it wasn't accepted back then.
It's still not. Even today, I do wrestling, and people look at me, my family, and go, "You do wrestling?" I go, they just shake their head. I go, "Fuck you."
Oh wow, it's crazy. It's
they don't get it.
Even today, there's shows that I'll see people in the crowd, and I can see how couples go together and they'll go to these shows and. You can always see, like, sometimes maybe the guy or the girl doesn't want to be there. I mean, there's a few. You catch them from time to time.
Yeah. You think your baseball career helped you with your training with wrestling?
Oh, definitely.
Big time.
Definitely.
Cardio.
Because through the years, talking to coaches in wrestling, professional wrestlers in training,
same shit.
To have that athletic ability
move around
is a big plus because you're pretty much, as you step into the ring, it comes naturally where you're used to the workouts, the stretching.
Yep.
You go in there.
Same shit.
You have some type of idea of what's going on, and then depending on your athletic ability, there should be some type of a flow that blends into training into professional wrestling, but it truly did help me a lot. It really did. So it was a big plus for me.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure your slide-ins are great.
Oh, yeah. It's funny because I did a match last night, and I did have to do one of those little referee slides.
Yeah.
But it comes naturally. It really does.
And that's where baseball comes in. Got to slide to the base.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. It's like if you're stealing a base, and here I am trying to count to 3 on top of it.
And those slide-ins for that final count is like when a ref, drops out and then another ref comes in. Those are important to get that slide perfect.
And you know what? Honestly, from what I've learned, when it comes to refereeing, you don't want to overthink it.
True.
You gotta just let your body flow.
Yeah.
You know, your body needs to trust the ring, and you just go with the flow of the match.
True.
And then you either slide or you're moving real quickly with your feet. It just comes naturally. If a slide comes in, it comes in. If it doesn't, oh well. You know, maybe next show. But it has to be natural.
Yeah, I definitely do enjoy seeing a good slide.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah, because we'll talk about XPW, but like Rob Black, he's a referee sometimes. That he did one slide recently, and I was like, that's a great slide.
You know what? That should be a future a program subject for you. Referees and their slides.
There you go. All right, let's talk about your training in wrestling. Who trained you for Be the Ref?
It was the group of wrestlers from the school called Slammers Wrestling Gym.
Okay.
The head trainer was Dynamite D.
Nice.
May he rest in peace.
Yes, sir.
Vern Langdon was the owner. And the wrestlers that were there, there was Tyrone Tiny Little, Beautiful Bruce Bodine, Obre de Oro. There were just so many of those guys that were so seasoned already because of the school. And I came into a situation where the referee stepped aside and he needed to take care of personal issues.
Right.
And at the time, one of my good friends, he decided to join Slammers and became a professional wrestler. He went by the name of the Samoan Kid. And when he became a professional wrestler, Slammers would have these gym wars. And you have to be invited to these shows.
Right.
And I was always there. You know, one show a month, and I was just a fan, you know, cheering, booing, having a good time.
Wow.
And then when the referee stepped aside, that's when the Samoan Kid approached me and said, "Hey, Pat, you know, we need a referee. Would you like to be part of it? Be part of Slammers?"
Wow.
And I was like, "Okay, sure," you know. And
that's crazy.
You know, the guys took me in and trained me, and until I was ready. And professional wrestling, it's all about timing.
Yes.
100%. It's all about timing. And in this case, Slammers just cut a deal with the city of Bakersfield.
Nice.
So for wrestling shows every Thursday night at Strongbow Stadium. So once my training was completed, every Thursday night they would pick me up and we would drive out to Bakersfield. I would drive out there actually with the Samoan Kid and perform every Thursday night, and I was the only referee.
Oh shit!
And it was a very different time. The business was very different. There wasn't a lot of promotions at the time. There wasn't a lot of schools. Slammers was
what year was this?
Maybe one of two, maybe.
What year was
of
this?
Schools that existed in California.
Yeah. What year?
So I want to say like maybe 94,
Oh wow, early,
95 maybe.
early.
So
Okay.
Thursday night, I would referee 8 matches, and little at a time, I started to notice more wrestlers coming in to the promotion, and that's where a lot of them took me under their wing, and I started traveling with them.
Oh wow. Mhm. And
But Slammers was a big part. They were a big part of my career that actually just started it for me. And all those guys are just so important, and I still keep in touch with a few of them. And the Samoan Kid, Hombre de Oro. But yeah, they're very dear to me. We're all brothers and sisters in this whole world of professional wrestling, and Slammers is a big part of what started it for me.
yeah, I've heard of slammers because I'm an XPW fanatic, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I never been there, never seen nothing. But one of these days, I'll probably go drive over there, check it out, like the area, you know.
Yeah, Slammers.
Which I don't know where it's
at the time was the only school that also had a museum.
Oh, there you go.
So that was also
School.
when you would go to the school
Library.
They had the original robe of Gorgeous George.
Oh wow.
One of the Fabulous Moolah's championship belt.
Mm-hmm.
They had an original mask of the Super Destroyer, but they had a ton of memorabilia that made the school very special as you entered the school to watch the show.
Yeah, museum.
So it was a big deal back then.
That's cool. How many years did it take you to train there for your first match?
Oh, man. Honestly,
You remember that?
it took me
Yeah.
actually a few months.
Oh, a month. Okay.
It didn't take me years because of the situation Slammers was in.
Right. They needed one.
So, yes. So I think this is why the athletic ability background that I already had,
Boom.
I was able to train pretty quickly and to absorb what the wrestling business really is.
Right.
So then when the guys saw me ready, they were like, okay, we're ready for Thursday nights in Bakersfield. So the athletic ability helped tremendously. And it just helped me train quicker and faster. And the rest is history.
Do you remember your first match, what it was, or not?
No, I just remember going out there, 8 matches. The place was full of energy.
Wow.
Again, the guys were real professionals in the ring. They took good care of me. And yeah, they every show I did in Bakersfield, I felt like I learned something new, and I felt like I felt almost like I'm advancing my training, but now it's for real. It's in front of people every Thursday night, so that helped a lot.
So you didn't do any shows in the Valley. You just did your start in Bakersfield, basically.
Yes, that is correct. Bakersfield is where I started.
That's
and
far.
When more wrestlers started coming in to the promotion, that's when they started, hey, Pat, I'm going to be wrestling in San Diego or up in San Jose. Right. Would you like to travel and referee some of my matches? And again, I didn't know that existed. Like I said, I was still learning the business, and but yeah, I just started traveling, and the other wrestlers from these other promotions, either up north or down south, they started to notice me. They saw me as a fresh new face that knew what he was doing.
Freshman.
And a lot more doors started to open for me, and yeah, I just kept learning more and more as I did these shows, and the wrestlers, the local guys took me under their wing, and I started knowing of how they work, and they got more comfortable with me in the ring. and I started getting more bookings.
Cool. And then this is 94, right? 95, and then going up. So
Yes.
it's just Bakersfield.
Yeah, every Thursday night. Yeah.
Wow.
And then during the time, I would take off like maybe to Ventura.
There you go. Yeah.
You know,
little
during
closer.
the later years of
Yeah.
Slammers in Bakersfield, I started traveling and started to notice more of what the indie circuit really is in pro wrestling.
Yep.
But that was more later on down the line with Slammers.
I see. Okay, so we're heading to 1999, and let's talk about XPW, how that got going.
XPW. Well, during the time, I was already doing WWF, the dojo shows.
Cool.
They were flying me back and forth from Los Angeles to Boston.
Wow.
I started doing shows out there in Ohio.
Great.
So basically, they were bringing me in with some of the wrestlers that they were developing for television. They weren't on television yet, but they were the stars of the future.
Wow.
And we're talking the Hardys, Kurt Angle,
Oh, my God.
Mark Henry.
The Attitude
So
Era?
I came in.
Wow.
I came in, and they would throw me in there in the ring. And so basically, it was a regular wrestling show,
House show?
but with stars of the future. And they would bring in current WWF stars to work programs with the new kids,
To teach them.
and they would wrestle in front of crowds, but never televised. These were regular house shows,
All right.
but for the new generation of wrestlers coming in. And I would get thrown in with the Hardys, Kurt Angle, you know, Jim Cornette was there, Al Snow, Jeff Jarrett.
Yep.
But again, there was no NXT back then. This is how the wrestling business ran.
Right.
They would work Killer Kowalski's promotion, and the WWE would work with him to develop the stars of the future. And pretty much it was almost like an indie promotion. But the WWF was working with the school.
Right.
And it was just continuous, you know, month after month. I was going back and forth. You know, I even ran into Chris Daniels. Steve Carino was there.
Nice.
Also, one of the head trainers was Dory Funk Jr. Tom Pritchard was there. But it was just amazing. I was nervous the first time I got there. I sat there in the dressing room and nervous, and it kind of hit me like, what am I doing here? But you know, you get nervous, and you know, the guys backstage were telling me, hey, you'll be fine, kid. Just go out there and do your thing. And yeah, you know, I just kept doing it, and you know, I started getting more bookings. You know, I guess I started getting more bookings up north, down south, traveling into other states. I started working with Jerry Gray, who just passed away recently. May he rest in peace. But he ran a promotion that traveled all across the United States. So Jerry Gray was a former NWA wrestler in the Florida territory. So he would travel, and he would bring in like the Nasty Boys, the Bushwhackers, the Honky Tonk Man. So when I would work with Jerry Gray, he would bring in all these other stars, and then I would get my feet wet with these guys as well. Yeah. You know, so a lot of doors opened for me before XPW.
Wow.
So I was just traveling back and forth everywhere.
Great.
You know, and then when XPW came around,
right.
Kevin Kleinrock got a hold of me, and I was helping him and Dynamite D run a wrestling promotion in Los Angeles called SCCW. That was Southern California Championship Wrestling. So we were running a promotion together, and you know how it goes in the indie shows. You want to go out there and flyer, you know, you want to sell tickets, you know, to perform. So Kevin Kleinrock gave me a call at work, and he told me, hey, I was talking to Rob Black. He got a hold of me. Have you ever heard of Rob Black? Do you know who he is? And I didn't know who he was. So Kevin was saying that, you know, we're going to have a meeting with him. He wants to invest in a wrestling promotion. He got a hold of our flyer, and he wants to have a serious meeting. So what happened was we ended up at a nice restaurant. I'm trying to remember what it was. It was out in Chatsworth.
Okay.
And it was me, Kevin Kleinrock, Dynamite D, that represented the wrestling promotion.
Nice.
And at the other end of the table, it was Rob Black, Tom Byron, who was a big star in the adult industry, and Gene Ross. Gene Ross was a big photographer and reporter for AVN Magazine.
Okay.
That's for the Adult Video News magazine.
I know that.
They were all big time. And here we are, sitting together talking business. And Rob Black told us what his vision was on what he wanted to do in California. He told us that he had some affiliation with ECW.
You did?
And pretty much he wanted to do his own thing, but in California.
Right.
So he pretty much bought our promotion. And that's when we started having more intense meetings.
Okay.
And we weren't allowed to say anything.
Yep.
This was all
underground,
under secrecy for a full year.
Whoa.
Meanwhile, he trusted us
1 year
as we continued doing our shows to start recruiting certain wrestlers who he felt he could develop into homegrown stars in XPW.
Yeah.
So then I was doing shows, and I was already familiar on the indie circuit with like Chaos, Supreme, Hardcore Kid, The Ballard, etc.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when we started recruiting wrestlers and started having these secret meetings for a year. And Rob Black wanted to get to know everybody on the roster. And, you know, again, he explained to everybody, this is going to be the biggest thing to ever hit California. So be ready. You know, we're going to have our own video line. We're going to have our own programs.
Website.
We're going to have our own special merchandise.
Yep.
But he followed through. TV. You know, everything that Rob Black said happened. But it was no longer an indie promotion anymore. It was XPW, and this is how it's going to go. Right. And, yeah, it took off, and the rest is history.
Wow, so for 1 year, 1998 probably, and then you started in 1999 in Reseda.
Yes, yeah. And I'll never forget it, too. You know, I had a radio on me, and I was in the dressing room, and maybe a couple of hours before the bell time, I had a radio on me, and Rob was like, hey, you know, walk around to see how many people are outside. So, you know, it's natural. You know, it's opening night. Everyone's nervous, especially Rob.
Big time.
And I walked outside the venue, and I am not kidding you. The line to get into the XPW show was down the street.
Nice.
And I could see the police cars driving back and forth,
what
wondering
the fuck is going
what the hell is going on. There's such a long line that went across the street. I mean, it was a huge line of people trying to get in to see XPW. Yep. And when I told Rob Black on the radio, of what I was seeing, he didn't believe me. I go, no, I swear, Rob, the lines are ridiculous. There's even police out here
what the fuck
controlling the traffic because the crowd of people lining up, the traffic was getting disturbed.
Right.
It was that crazy
Chaos.
for opening night.
Great. Cool. I didn't even know about that little story about that. Do you remember your first XPW show? Like all of it?
Pretty much. We had Supreme.
Mm-hmm.
We had Homeless Jimmy.
Yeah.
We had Phenomenal Phil. We had Big Dick Dudley. We had Damian Steele.
That's right.
We had Pancho Kila. My gosh.
So you had ECW.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I know some of the matches, but I'm trying to remember more of the roster. We had Jasmine Sinclair. We had Jessica Darlin, Christy Mist, Lizzie Borden. Yeah, I mean that was opening night. I know I'm leaving out a few other people.
Right.
I just can't remember right now, but it was a big card. It was a huge card.
But Rob straight up put the girls in front too, saying we're important too, right? Lizzie and all that, huh?
He did, but he did not want the girls to be, okay, you're an XPW, but you're not the adult film stars that you are. You guys are going to manage certain people. Like Jessica Darlin was managing White Trash Johnny Webb.
Right.
You know, she had that look that would fit the character of what White Trash Johnny Webb represented. Mm-hmm. You know, and then you had Jasmine Sinclair. You know, she had the style and the look that would fit Damian Steele.
Yeah, big dude.
You know, so they were used as managers, as props for the show. That's what made it unique.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, these girls already had star power from the adult industry. So on opening night as well, in the crowd,
forget about it.
You had like the A-list of adult film star celebrities seated at ringside watching the wrestling show. And I still remember that group was amazed. They couldn't believe what they were seeing.
Oh, great.
And they just couldn't believe this was professional wrestling.
I love it.
But yeah, it was a big turnout. I mean, there was just a lot of things going on that night.
And
that was the vision of what Rob had for the girls.
And not just adult, like the stars in the ring. Like you would have Korn, Smashing Pumpkins do special guests, huh, with the mic.
Yeah. You know what? It's kind of funny, but when we started doing shows on Hollywood, we started getting like bands showing up, you know, celebrities showing up backstage.
Yep.
That heard about XPW and wanted to check it out.
Wow.
Some of the people, like you mentioned, like Korn, you know, they were involved as special guest ring announcers. So, yeah, it was a big deal back then. XPW was definitely a big promotion in California, built in California, and it was for everyone. Yes. And it was truly special because no other promotion did something like this. You know, XPW was the first to do something like this, and then when XPW closed its doors later on, through the years, you know, it opened up the doors for all these other promotions that are out now. Yes. So, you know, XPW changed the format of wrestling in California.
Oh, big time. I wouldn't be here without Rob, too, so.
Yeah, see, there you go. Rob has touched a lot of people's lives. He really has.
And all I asked him was at a show, Beautiful Disaster, in June 22. I was like, hey, you need help? And that's it.
Yeah.
He's real simple. Anyways, cool, dude. So you reffed from 1999 to 02, 03 when it ended, right?
Yes. Yeah, and at that time, once XPW closed their shop, Like I said, a lot of doors opened.
That's right.
I got involved with Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, PWG.
That's right.
They reached out to me with their beginning promotion, and they brought me in with Rick Knox. And that's when I got to meet Rick Knox for the first time. And we worked for many, many years together. And we went on from Pro Wrestling Guerrilla to NWA. I started working shows in New York City.
Wow.
I was traveling to Las Vegas, Portland, Oregon. But a lot of doors were opening for me, and I started continuing refereeing, like the Grappler, D'Lo Brown, Roddy Piper. My God, the list goes on and on, but a lot of doors opened, and it just furthered my career. It really did after XPW.
Yes. Sadly, I never went to a XPW show from 99 to 03 because I was 9. And I was watching WWF. My mind wasn't even XPW. But in 2003 or 4, my dad and me went to Los Feliz and we saw our first PWG with Super Dragon. So that was cool.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, PWG, man. That's another special promotion. A lot of the stars involved in PWG are now in WWE or in AEW or in New Japan.
Sir.
PWG was another special promotion built and based in California. And they brought in a lot of wrestlers from Ring of Honor. A lot of the homegrown talent was involved as well.
Yes.
But PWG literally was a promotion if you wanted to see the stars of the future or current stars of like Japan, Ring of Honor. It was a very special promotion, and it's very, very dear to me.
Yes.
I was very fortunate, very lucky to be part of it.
Yes.
And being involved in some big matches with a lot of big stars. PWG will always hold a special place in my heart. Even today, like if I run into certain wrestlers, that wrestled in PWG, we talk about it, and it was a special time, a very, very special group of people, of athletes. And now they're on the big stage on television now, and it's gratifying. For me, I'm happy to see that. I'm happy to see a lot of people on television now that I refereed, and to see them shine on the biggest stage. I'm so happy for them because they deserve it. It shows all the hard work and determination and the love that they had for the business.
Yep.
That's the big thing. You see the love that they have, and now they're on television. And I'm happy for them. I really am. It's great to see.
Yes, I think PWG is underrated because even in the East Coast, they would watch what we're doing over here, and they would bring them over there, all the Genericos and Kevin Steens and AJ Styles to CZW.
Yeah, that's correct. But yeah, it's like, during that time, it was always kind of East versus West.
Big time.
The East would talk about the wrestling style of Southern California, and then the East Coast would talk, California would talk about the East Coast. So I guess you could say it's some type of a friendly feud. But that's pro wrestling, right? Pro wrestling is all about feuds.
Big time drama.
Yeah, it is. That's wrestling. That's pro wrestling 101. It's feuds, it's drama, it's excitement, it's everything.
I know. I've been in like 4 years in this business. I'm like, you better have some thick skin.
Oh, definitely. It's not for everyone.
It's not. This business will eat you alive.
It's a lot of sacrifice. It really is.
Yeah, I'm doing this interview in a hot car.
You're going to be traveling.
Yep.
And you won't have, sometimes you wouldn't have weekends to yourself.
Sleep.
I was doing shows Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then I would go back to work. But it's that love for the business.
I know.
That's in you. It's that drive. And that's the excitement that made me continue to do it. You know, I'm going to be 55 years old next month, and I feel good. I still feel I could give a lot to wrestling, and yeah, I'm going to continue until I can't do it anymore.
Fuck yeah. Let's talk about when you returned from XPW at California. How was that?
Oh, it was great, man. It was awesome. I'll never forget. I was at the market with my wife, and I want to say it was like maybe 7:30 at night.
Late. Yeah, that's late.
And my phone goes off.
Yeah.
And it says Rob Black, and I showed it to my wife. I'm like, okay, this is interesting. So I answered the phone.
Yes.
And I answered Rob Black this way. Good evening. You reached the WWE offices in Connecticut. How can I help you? He lost it. He started laughing. And Rob was just, hey, Pat, how you doing?
Yeah.
I want to talk to you for a little bit, but before we do that, I just want to let you know we're live on the air on my podcast.
Oh, okay.
So pretty much he put me on the spot live on his show.
Right.
And he's like telling me, hey, I'm bringing XPW back. Here's the date. Are you down for it? And I was like, yeah, let's do it. Let's get the band back together. So it was just a cool thing. I wasn't expecting that. And he put me live on his show to get an answer for me. The rest is history.
Well, I forget that because I listened to like every episode. I forgot about that one.
Yeah, it was a cool moment. It was really fun. And you know, I did get a chance to tell Rob, you know, of how important XPW was, and you know, how he opened up a lot of doors for a lot of wrestlers, and he built a lot of homegrown stars that became stars overnight, and like Homeless Jimmy and countless others.
Yes.
But yeah, you know, I told him how I felt.
Good.
On how important XPW was, and yeah, you know, it was just really cool to have XPW come back the way it did.
Did you riff any matches in the New Jersey shows or just California?
Just California. I've done California XPW, and I did Philadelphia also with XPW when they went to Philly.
With Terry Funk and Shane Douglas.
Yes, that's correct.
Jesus Christ. Did you riff that one?
It was actually John Finnegan.
Okay.
But what happened was...
You were there, though.
if you know, we were talking backstage, like if it got out of hand, I will come out to help assist whatever the commotion may be outside.
Huh.
Well, because it was Shane Douglas and Terry Funk, they took the fight all the way out into the streets of Philadelphia, and it was cold out there.
Oh.
So I followed them outside. John Finnegan stayed inside.
Oh, that's right.
And the cameras were following us all the way outside into the streets of Viking Hall. And that's when the big incident happened.
Beer bottle. Where
there was the beer bottle incident.
Yep.
And Terry was cut open, and we needed to get back inside. And that's when I was like, okay, John Finnegan, we need to throw in the towel here. We need to stop the match.
Oh, wow. And,
yeah, you know, we ended up stopping the match. We had to rush Terry backstage. Paramedics were called.
Whew.
And, yeah, you know, he ended up going to the hospital and needed some stitches, of course, some staples, actually.
Ow.
And even when I would catch up with Terry later on through the years, we would always talk about it, and I would see his forearm, and I could see the tracks, the real long scar he had in his arm. But Terry, man, God bless him. He was such a class act, such a professional, a legend.
Toughest.
Terry, every time I would run into him, He would always remember me, and we always talk about wrestling. He was just a treat, you know. If any of you ever got a chance to really talk to Terry Funk, you'll know what I'm talking about. He was just a special talent, a legend.
Yes, and John Finnegan is an ECW referee, huh?
Yes.
One of the best, I think. My favorites.
I still remember when XPW
that's right.
made their debut in Philadelphia.
He did it.
There were some photographers backstage, and right before the show started, they had me and John Finnegan pose for pictures.
Okay.
And they called it East versus West. Or no, I'm sorry, East meets West.
Oh, East meets West.
So it was really cool. It was really cool, you know, to have that moment with John. Mm-hmm. You know, I was representing XPW and he was representing ECW, but it was a cool moment that we had together.
Very cool. I like those stuff like that. Cool. And you worked with like New Jack, all of them, huh? They're past.
Oh God, man, I would have to make a list. New Jack, Shane Douglas, Vampiro, Insane Clown Posse, Abdullah the Butcher, Sabu. Oh my goodness, Jimmy Snuka, Bushwhackers, Honky Tonk Man, Yokozuna,
Big Dick Dudley,
Tonga Kid. I mean, I could go on and on. I mean, that's how much I've been in the ring with a lot of these guys. I feel old.
Yeah. Cool. And for XPW right now, like, it's not dead. It's just on hiatus, I guess, huh?
Who knows? But never say never.
Yeah, I'm just waiting.
You just, you know, it's typical XPW style. You know, when it comes, the world's going to know.
Yeah, well, I'm just waiting for the call.
I think you and I are both waiting for the call.
There you go. Tell the people that don't get wrestling, like, what's the difference between refereeing a regular match and refereeing a death match?
Death match is pretty much everything goes. You still have to be very, very careful as a referee, where a lot of stuff is flying, a lot of weapons, a lot of chairs. You always have to be on alert. Plus, you also need to make sure that wrestlers are doing okay.
True.
It's pretty much a wild type of atmosphere.
Yep.
Where everything goes pretty much.
Shit.
Versus professional wrestling, like a regular match. You know, it's not as wild. You gotta have, you know, clean pinfall submissions. You're not using weapons, because if you use weapons, you get disqualified. Versus a death match, there's no disqualification on weapons. They're being used.
Right.
You know, those are the stipulations. But on a wrestling show, a regular wrestling match, can't use weapons or chairs because you'll get disqualified.
Right.
You know, it's got to be pure pro wrestling.
Rules.
It's not a hardcore style.
Right.
You can't go out and take the fight out into the streets.
DQ.
Or a pinfall out in the crowd or anything like that. No.
Ring.
You need to have a clean winner in the ring.
Right.
So that's the difference.
And I give you tons of glory because you don't even set up with goggles and no gloves. Sometimes gloves, right?
Oh no, I wear gloves. I have to.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I have to now. I do. It's
yeah, thumbtacks.
There's so much now. There's so much going on in the ring now when it comes to hardcore style, where there's so much props being brought in the ring now, where it's a constant flow of weapons, where it's pretty much the whole hardware store in the ring. So now the gloves are very, very crucial, and goggles. Because now the goggles I have to start wearing because there's so much flying around, where for me personally, I want to be extra cautious.
Yes.
But yeah, I that's something that I do take into consideration now.
Yes, because I'm not saying I want to be a ref, but I do want to. I want to ref one match, and I go, if I do a death match, I want to wear my goggles, hands, and my sleeves, and that's about it.
Yeah, there you go. Absolutely. You got to take precautions.
Yes, because I seen incidents, and I'm a filmer, and those light tubes will fly at you.
Yes. Yes, very much so, 100%. That's why I start wearing the goggles, because you just don't know.
Yep.
And you can't be too cautious. You don't want to be a statistic.
That's right. You want to be over prepared for death matches.
Yes, exactly. You don't want to make the headlines of being that referee that loses an eye.
Right, or a deathmatch article. This stupid fan was in the front. He didn't wear goggles.
Exactly. I mean, that's the big difference for me now is, you got to wear a lot more, protection, because the way the death matches are now.
And you're getting to a senior age, and you better protect yourself even more, almost to 60.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I do think about that, but that's 100% accurate.
Yes, sir. We're almost done with the questions. I want to thank you again. If you have, my question number 8, if you want to be a referee in the business, what's your tips to anyone to start?
Be honest with yourself, be honest with your body.
Big time.
Go to a really good school. Learn as much as you can. Take in as much information as you can. It's a lot of sacrifice, but it's what you're going to make of it. The more you learn, the more experience that you get in the ring working out with wrestlers, the more you'll get noticed. Promoters will notice you. Wrestlers will notice you. Your style in refereeing. But it all starts by going to a school and training. Yeah. Learn everything. Ask questions. If something doesn't make sense, ask questions. Plus, logic. Use logic. If there's something, if something makes sense where it's going to hurt your body, say, don't just, okay, yeah, I'll do it, and then all of a sudden you burn a bone or you pull a muscle, and now recovery is going to be longer for you. But be honest with yourself. Be honest with your body.
Do you think that, like, going to the gym or a prior sport you were in, like you said, baseball with you, that's a plus already, huh?
Oh, definitely, because you're already used to the workout.
Right.
You're already used to the physical activity, whether it's baseball, football, basketball.
Mm-hmm.
You already established as an athlete because you do the workouts, you play the games.
Rules.
Now, you're going to go to a wrestling school. You're already used to the stretching, the running around.
Yeah.
It's going to be different. It's going to be challenging, but you have that athletic ability. I'm not saying that if you don't have any athletic ability, you can't be a referee. I'm not saying that.
Right.
Excuse me. It does help. It does help.
That's another question.
To have that athletic ability.
I have a question, a big question. I don't want the deathmatch to be mad at me, but when I see deathmatch shows and they put their grandma or a big fat fuck, I say no.
I'm sorry, say that. When you see a what?
In some deathmatch shows, they put like random people to be referees, and I don't like that.
Oh, I see. Well, I mean, that's something that the promotion decides. The promoters. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, even if you look at professional wrestling in the golden era, you see referees that look like they were on a beer bench all night.
Yeah,
the referees back then in the 50s, 60s, were blue bellies, you know. You didn't have the slim, trim referees that you have now that you see on television. It was just different. But maybe some of these promoters are bringing back how some of the, you know, how referees used to look like way when, you know what I mean? So
you know what's funny? I could talk about refereeing all day because there's so much layers. Because like in death matches, sometimes you don't have a referee. You have to put your cousin in there.
You know what? I guess I don't know. That's the first that I've ever heard of that. So I don't know.
Yeah, dude. I seen a lot of shit.
If you have to throw in your cousin, or if your uncle's out there, throw him in there, I guess.
Yeah, I've seen so much shit about refereeing. I shake my head and I go, that's not correct.
Yeah, right? It just doesn't make sense.
But again, remember, the referee's not the show. You know? So
what was that? I'm sorry?
I said the referee's not the show. It's the two opponents. So the referee, it does matter. But in the death match, all you gotta do is 1, 2, 3. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. I mean, but referees still need to have a job of knowing when they're seriously hurt. Yeah. Knowing where, okay, we need to stop the match because there's too much going on and somebody's in danger here. So there's still a lot of little things that you still need to know. Yes. You know, you need to keep time in your head. You need to communicate. Yes. Communication is a big part of refereeing. And if you don't have it, then somebody gets seriously hurt, and the boys won't trust you anymore. You don't want to be that referee. You know what I mean? Yes. And I think also is your count. The count makes the match. When you do that final count, that matters. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. For me, I like to hear the reaction from the crowd because a lot of the wrestlers don't get to really pay attention to that because they're wrestling each other. True. The referee is the eyes and the ears of what's going on around them, inside and outside the ring. Wow. So when I hear the reaction of what we're getting in a match, that's going to determine how I'm going to count. Yes. And if it's something dramatic and I can hear the crowd reaction, it's going to be a dramatic 3 count. Yes. So it's things that you learn and things that you have to naturally feel from the crowd, and then you bring your counting technique. Yes. I got 2 more questions and we're done, okay? Okay. You don't have a cage match account, do you? I'm sorry, a cage match count? A cage match account. Yeah, that's like a wrestling database website. Oh, no. I don't have something like that. Do you keep tabs on your matches, like 1 through 1,000, or nah? No, I don't. I'm old school, I guess. I don't. What I do have is, again, when I broke in, the wrestling business was very different. I was very fortunate to, when I would do a show, with PWG or XPW or the dojo with WWF, I try and grab a flyer. So through the years, I've accumulated all these flyers from Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, XPW, and a lot of other big shows. That's right. Yeah, you show them. So now I have a collage of all these shows that I've done through the years, including Slammers. Right. So pretty much I'm setting up a big museum at my house and of all the shows that I've done through the past. Whoa, but easily the ones you didn't take a flyer from, you easily got 1,000 matches in your resume, huh? I'm pretty sure I have. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have now. Because I interviewed Mad Pondo recently. He's like, and he has 1,500 matches. Oh, okay. I've worked with him before. He's a great guy. I've worked with him a few times. Yeah. In wrestling, you don't really retire, huh? Like everyone says, I'm retired, and then you come back.
You know what? That is so funny. But I spoke to one of the wrestlers yesterday, and they're gonna take some time off.
Yeah, right.
So the body can recover.
You're right.
So it could be half a year to a year, but it's not retiring. It's just
break.
Taking a little vacation, I like to call it.
Right.
And then they come back. But I feel like if you don't see me refereeing anymore, you'll know that I've retired.
Okay.
That's how I see it.
But
because nobody really retires, because some way, somehow, everyone comes back. It's like, look how many times Terry Funk retired. You know what I mean? So
Ric Flair.
I think everybody has that. Once you're in the wrestling business,
You're in.
It's in your blood.
I know.
Passion, the love for the business. It's very, very difficult sometimes to say,
I quit.
I'm going to retire. You know what I mean? Because everyone comes back.
Right. That's your little kid telling yourself, you're not going to quit. You love wrestling, idiot.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Right?
Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah, because I watched WWF in 1998 with my dad, and I wouldn't be in a car talking to Patrick Hernandez and doing interviews.
That's funny. That's a good one.
So, anyways, we could talk all day wrestling and go XCW forever, but tell the people about your if you have links so they could book you and stuff.
Yeah, they can reach me at Patrick the Ref Hernandez. That's on Instagram. I do have my Facebook as well. I get a lot of my bookings through Instagram. And my next show.
Yes, next show.
It's going to be next Saturday, and I also have a show on Sunday for Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. That's the big red carpet rumble at the Long Beach studios.
Nice.
So next weekend I have back-to-back shows. Saturday show is for SWA. So I have a full weekend of shows next weekend.
All right, and recently you just did an RPW show on Necro, huh?
Yeah, I just completed that show. That was wild. It was great to see Schlack and Necro again. But yeah, it was a real hot crowd. The facility was really hot too.
I bet.
But we survived. A lot of people. They are going to return to LA.
Oh, wow.
From their announcement. I don't know when, but they did say it's going to be Necro Butcher versus their champion.
Okay.
So yeah, when that comes out, hopefully pretty soon for the date and time, we'll go from there. But I do know they're coming back.
Cool, breaking news right here.
Absolutely. Yep, breaking news.
Yes. All right, Patrick, I want to say thank you for your time, and you keep doing what you're doing, and that's about it.
Dude, Solomon, thank you so much. You're a really cool guy. I see what you do at shows. You work hard. You love wrestling. Keep doing it, my friend. This is how everyone gets involved and wants to advance in pro wrestling, knowing the business aspect of it. Keep doing what you're doing, my friend. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you for that. All right, dude. You have a good one, and I'll see you soon.
You got it. Thank you so much.
All right,
Bye-bye.
Take it later.